Emerson College. Let's go. Take one.
In front of the table, in front of the table.
Christmas was not like other holidays. It did not want to run in the streets, dance in the public squares, straddle wooden horses, take advantage of the crush to pinch women, throw fireworks in the face of tamarisks. Christmas had agoraphobia. What it wanted was a day of continual bustle and preparation and kitchen work, a day of cleaning and anxiety, in case there's not enough, in case we run short, in case they think it dull. Then in the evening, a small church, not intimidating, allowing itself to be filled benevolently with laughter and whispers, confidences, declarations of love, rumors, and the keen, throaty discords of the choir leader, and hearty men and tardy girls, and homes with their entrails stuffed with succulents. No counting pennies today, and the town now nothing but a bouquet of songs. It is good to be inside, to eat well and drink with warmth, blood sausage, 2 fingers thin like a twisty stalk, or blood sausage broad and thick, the mild sort of tasting of wild thyme, the hot kind blazing with spice, scalding coffee, sweet aniseed cordial milk punch, rums of liquid sun, and good things to eat, which brand your mucous membranes, or distill them to delight or weave fragrances across them. When somebody laughs, when another sings, and the refrains spread like coconut palms as far as you can see. Alleluia, Kyra Ellison, Leeson, Christelle Ellison, Leeson. Not only the mouths are singing, hands too, feet, buttocks, genitals, the whole fellow creature flowing in sound, voice, and rhythm.
At the end of the small hours, another house in a very narrow street, smelling very bad. A tiny house which, within its entrails of rotten wood, shelters rats by the dozen, and the gale of my 6 brothers and sisters. A cruel little house whose implacability panics us at the end of every month, and my strange father, nibbled by a single misery whose name I've never known, my father whom an unpredictable witchcraft soothes into sad tenderness or exalts into fierce flames of anger, and my mother whose feet, daily and nightly, pedal for our never-tiring hunger. I am even woken by those never-tiring feet pedaling by night, and the singer whose teeth rasp into the soft flesh of the night. The singer which my mother pedals for our hunger night and day. At the end of the small hours, my father, my mother, and over them the house, which is a shack splitting open with blisters like a peach tree tormented by blight, and the roof worn thin, mended with bits of paraffin cans. This roof pisses swamps of rust onto the gray, sordid, stinking mess of straw. And when the wind blows, these ill-matched properties make a strange noise, like the sputter of frying, then like a burning log plunged into water with the smoke from the twigs twisting away. And the bed of planks on its legs of kerosene drums, a bed with elephantitis, my grandmother's bed with its goat skin and its dried banana leaves and its rags, a bed with nostalgia as a mattress, and above it a bowl full of oil, a candle end with a dancing flame, and on the bowl, in gold letters, the word mercy. A disgrace, Pale Street. Everyone despises Pale Street. It's there that the young people of the town are led astray. It's there that the sea especially dumps its refuse, its dead cats and dogs. For the street ends on the beach, and the beach is not enough to satisfy the foaming rage of the sea. A misery, this beach of rotting garbage, the furtive rumps of creatures relieving themselves, and the sand, black, dismal, black sand such as you never saw. The sea scum slides over it, yelping, and the sea hits hard at this beach like a boxer. Or rather, the sea is a great dog, licking and biting the shins of the beach, and in the end, the biting dog will surely devour this beach, and Pale Street along with it.
At the end of the small hours, the rising wind of the past, of broken faith, of an undefined duty slipping away, in those other small hours, the early morning of Europe, to leave. As there are hyena man, and panther man, and I shall be the Jew man, the Kafir man, the Hindu from Calcutta man, a man from Harlem who hasn't got the vote. Famine man, curse man, torture man, you may seize him at any moment, beat him, kill him. Yes, perfectly well kill him. Accounting to no one, having to offer and accuse to no one. A Jew man, a pogrom man, a whelp, a beggar. But can you kill remorse with its beautiful face like that of an English lady stupefied at a Hottentot skull or her soup tureen? I want to rediscover the street of the speech of the great burning. I want to say storm, I want to say river, I want to say tornado, I want to say leaf, I want to say tree. I want to be soaked in every rainfall, moistened by every dew. The frantic blood rolls in the slow current of the eye. I want to roll words like maddened horses, like new children in clotted milk, like curfew, like traces of a temple, like precious stones buried deep, enough to daunt all the miners. The men who couldn't understand me and couldn't understand the roaring of a tiger. Rise, phantoms, chemical blue from a forest haunted with beasts, and twisted machines of jubilee trees, of rotten flesh, and the basket of oysters, of eyes, of the lacework, of lashes out, with a lovely sisal of human skin. I would have words huge enough to contain you all, and all of the sketched earth, drunken earth. Earth great, sex raised in the sun. Earth great delirium of God. Earth risen wild from the sea's locker with a bunch of cicerops in your mouth. Words whose surfacing face I must compare to the mad virgin forests. That I would wish to hear the countenance before the undeciphering eyes of men. One mouthful of your milk spurt would let me to discover always in the distance the mirage of the earth. 1,000 times more native, golden to the sun, no prism has sampled, of eternal earth where all is freed, my earth.
To leave, my heart was throbbing with an insistent desire to give, to leave. Now I have come, once more this limping life before me. No, not this life, this death without sense or piety, this death where there is no majesty, this death which limps from pettiness to pettiness, little greeds heaped on top of the conquistador, little flunkies heaped on top of the great savage, little souls shoveled on top of the three-souled Caribbean, and all those pointless deaths, absurd beneath the spatter of my ripped conscience. Tragically pointless, lit by just one phosphorescent noctilica, and myself alone with the apocalypse of monsters, who suddenly strut across the stage of the small hours only to capsize and fall silent, an election of hot ashes, of downfall and collapse. Again an objection, only one, let it be only one. I have no right to assess life by this black hand span, to reduce myself to this little ellipsoidal nothing trembling 4 fingers above the line. I, a man, have no right to deny creation like this. Let me be contained between latitude and longitude. At the end of the small hours, male thirst and persistent desire, I am cut off from the fresh oases of fraternity. Such meek nothingness is like a splinter under my nail. This horizon is too sure, and nervous as a goaler. Your last triumph, tenacious crow of treason. These are mine, these few gangrenous thousands who rattle in this calabash of an island, and this too is mine, this archipelago arched with anxiety as though to deny itself, as though she were a mother anxious to protect the tenuous delicacy with which her 2 Americas are joined, this archipelago whose flanks secrete for Europe the sweet liquid of the Gulf Stream, this archipelago which is one side of the shining passage through which the equator walks its tightrope to Africa, my island, my non-enclosure, whose bright courage stands at the back of my Polynesia, in front Guadeloupe split in 2 by its dorsal ridge and as wretched as we ourselves, Haiti where negritude rose to its feet for the first time and said it believed in its own humanity, and the comic little tale of Florida where they are just finishing strangling a Negro, and Africa gigantically caterpillaring as far as the Spanish foot of Europe, the nakedness of Africa where the scythe of death swings wide.